League meet. Good afternoon, and we begin with the national anthem. That is Tamalpais High School junior Anna Harrell on the national anthem. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have not had a Marin County Athletic League swim meet in 3 seasons. This is our first meet back since 2019 county-wide. These swimmers have had individual dual meets, but no county-wide meets, and the structure is a little different. I'm Stephanie Plant. I am the parent of a Tam High senior, and I am delighted to be here today. We are welcoming all 9 teams across the county. Archie Williams, coached by Michael Saragino. We have Branson, coached by Katie Kelly. Marin Catholic, coached by Sophie Doyle. Sophie has a brand new baby. She's not able to be here today. Novato High School, coached by Denise McIntyre and Polly Mora. Redwood High School, coached by Fred Ferragiano and Miranda Moss, San Rafael High School, coached by Joe Doyle. San Marin, coached by Michelle Lemieux. As I said, Archie Williams. And the home hosting team, Tamalpais High School, coached by none other than Candace Murphy. And that is the women's coach, and Ken Weber for the men's team. Again, 400 swimmers here today. That is down from 500 swimmers in 2019. Some attrition, I think, across many sports. Everybody gearing up to get started. Again, some of these swimmers have never been at an MCAL meet. The first event here today we're going to start with relays. I have the women's 200 freestyle, but so the relays only happen on Saturday during the finals, so we will begin with event number 3, which is the women's 200 freestyle. These meets are a little different also because they're completely seeded by time. The fastest heats go last. In this event, we have lane 4, Chelsea Reeves, swimming for Novato High School. Lane 5, Hannah Jones, San Rafael High School. And Ava Leal is swimming also for San Rafael High School. I'm sorry, I take that back. Novato, Redwood, and San Marin. So I'm just getting used to the heat sheet. It says freshman and senior, which senior could be mistaken for SR. So we should probably try that again. Chelsea Reeves is a freshman from Novato High School, swimming in lane 4. Hannah Jones, a senior from Redwood, swimming in lane 5. And Ava Leal is a senior at San Marin, swimming in lane 6. Those of you who will be seeing this on YouTube, you'll be seeing it tape delayed. Lane 6 is the closest lane to your viewpoint. This is 8 laps of freestyle. The warm-up lanes are at the very far end of the pool. You'll see a lot of warm-up and cool-down throughout the day today. With 400 swimmers here, everybody's preparation is going to be a little different and at a little different time. Again, this meet completely seated for time. In a dual meet, each coach will name 3 swimmers in scoring position, and then the rest of the swimmers are swimming for practice, frankly, to build to this meet today, which is county-wide. Then every swimmer's best time gets factored in, and the entire meet gets seeded, and we go from slower swimmers to fastest in each event. So this heat is getting closer here. And the other thing that's a little bit unique about this meet is that the top 16 finishers in every event have the opportunity to go on to Saturday's final meet. So you could be in the slowest heat and come up and have a faster time than someone who was seated in the fastest heat, and you will get to go on till to tomorrow's meet. So we have a close race there with Chelsea Reeves of Novato and Hannah Jones from Redwood. And it looks like Chelsea out-touches with a 2:26. We'll be moving on to Heat 2 of the women's 200 freestyle. There are 4 heats. Okay, a full load here in this event, this heat. 9 swimmers. The home team doesn't provide all the personnel, which of course are all volunteers, but everybody brings a little something. So some folks working here not used to working here at the Tam High School pool, and they're off. In lane 1, Sawyer Barta from Redwood High School. Lane 2, Reese Dahlgren, Branson. Amelia Kyriakis from Marin Catholic in lane 3. Loretta Hovey swimming from Archie Williams High School in lane 4. Audrey Hemsworth, Marin Catholic in lane 5. Sydney Mosley from Redwood High School in lane 6. Her teammate Sarah Jordan, also from Redwood, in lane 7. Amanda Mozzie from Tamalpais High School in lane 8. And Rebecca Jansen for Novato in lane 9. Again, lane 9 is closest to our side of the pool where the camera is stationed. Lane 1 will be the one farthest away. It's really nice when the swimmers wear their branded cap for their high school. It's especially nice for this announcer. Even better when the names are on the sides. I can confirm what I see. Coach Candace from Tamalpais High School is up out of her seat cheering on our swimmer from Tam High School. This race is pretty close. Sydney Mosley in lane 6 from Redwood and Audrey Hemsworth in lane 5 from Marin Catholic. Audrey's a junior, as is Sydney from Redwood. 2 juniors there. Another turn. Amanda Mozzie from Tam is only a freshman. She's in the hunt there. Looks like Amelia Kyriakis is also in the hunt, as well as Loretta Hovey from Archie Williams. Loretta Hovey from Archie Williams and Amanda from Tam High are definitely duking it out for 3rd place here. Looks like 1st place goes to Marin Catholic. The touch for 2nd to Redwood, and lane 4 gets 3rd place, so very close. So Archie Williams gets the 3rd and Tam gets the 4th place. Moving on to Heat 3. Everybody wearing a fast suit today, or many, I should say, many, not everybody. And there they go. Starting up at the top, farthest away from my seat here, Caitlin Maas from Redwood. She's a junior in lane 1. Grania May, Tamalpais High School, senior in lane 2. Her dad sitting right next to me, Todd. Is Grandma watching today?
Yes, I think she is, yeah.
Well, her Grandma's going to watch us tape delayed is what's going to happen. Lily Pashman, a junior from Tamalpais High School, next to Grania in lane 3. And Avery Emerson for Tam, rounding it out for us in this heat in lane 4. She's a senior. Estelle Engelskirchen, San Rafael High School in lane 5. Oh, another Tam swimmer, Lucille Johnson in lane 6. Taylor Berkey from Archie Williams in lane 7. Lori Gonzalez Takun, again Tam High School in lane 8. And Maddie Olhorn Thornton in lane 9. So Tam has 6 swimmers in this heat. It's a fast bunch of freestylers we've got out there. 8 laps requires some tenacious pacing and discipline. It's a little different than the game you play when you sprint. Looks like San Rafael High School's Estelle Engelskirchen currently in the lead. That's lane 5, right in the middle of the pool. The fastest swimmer gets that middle seat, lanes 5 and 6. Lucille Johnson for Tam High is in lane 6. In fact, Estelle is flanked by Tam High swimmers, Avery Emerson and Lucille Johnson on either side. Lots and lots of fans cheering at the end of the pool. Pretty exciting to see this many people out. It's been a long dry spell. And a finish. San Rafael High School takes first. Lucille Johnson for Tam High comes in second. Looks like Emerson touches third. So Tam High comes away with second and third place there. Nice race for everybody. Really nice. And the final and fastest seeded heat of the women's 200 freestyle. 9 more swimmers. In the water, lane 1, Lainey Wank, Redwood High School. For Novato High in lane 2, Gracie Thielen, a sophomore. Mia Kelly, a freshman from Redwood in lane 3. Hannah Slott swims for Marin Catholic, a junior, in lane 4. Mia French, San Marin, she's a senior, in lane 5. Kate DeForest is swimming for Redwood High School in lane 6, a sophomore. Freshman Avery Hinkleman for Archie Williams in lane 7. Abby Brooks, Tam High School senior in lane 8. And Emily Hinckley, Terra Linda High School freshman in lane 9. Redwood has an early lead there in lane 6, Kate DeFrost, it looks like. Oh, excuse me. It's San Marin with the early lead, Mia French in lane 5. Really nice article in the Marin IJ today by sports reporter Ian Ross with a roundup of what to expect at today's meet. As I said, this meet hasn't happened since the 2019 season. A few swimmers to watch who swam that year and are still here. Haven't graduated is what I mean. Catherine Watros coming up in the 100 freestyle for the women. Nikki Glenn for the men. Mari Gatner actually was not in high school yet, but okay. Mari Gatner broke 2 records in the April 14th meeting between Tam High and Archie Williams, and we'll be looking to see how he finishes today as well. Every team has a little star power. That's what makes this fun. Looks like we had a first place finish in lane 5, Mia French for San Marin. And that's the end of the 200 freestyle for the women. We'll be moving on to the men's 200 free. There are 3 heats. Okay. Lane 1 empty for this heat. And there they go. Lane 2, Jack Alvarado, a freshman swimming for Novato High. Another freshman, this time from Tam High. Ari Blocker is in lane 3. Thomas Hamill is in lane 4. He's a junior at Marin Catholic. Vincent Krilanovich swims for Archie Williams, a freshman, in lane 5. Tor Aun is swimming for Redwood in lane 6. Marcus Proksch for Tam High, sophomore, lane 7. Lane 8, Charles Scott for Redwood, and Nico Slabu, lane 9, is swimming for San Rafael High. Again, 8 laps. You need to have a race plan for that. And again, lanes 5 and 6, really where the race happens. Of course, anyone can win at any time. Okay, we have a finish there. Lane 6 comes in first. Third place goes to second place to lane 5. And our the scoreboard keeps changing. And our third place finisher is none other than Thomas Hamill from Marin Catholic. First place, Redwood. Second place, Archie Williams. And that's the first of 3 heats in the men's 200 free. And here we go. Heat 2. And in the water now. Lane number 1 for Archie Williams, Justin Taub. Swimming in lane 2, Charlie Kane from Marin Academy. Thompson Fiegel swims for Tam High School. That is Tom Fiegel. In lane 3, Will Odell for Redwood in 4. Nick Scruton swimming in lane 5, a junior for Redwood. Jacob Carrera swims for Archie Williams in lane 6. Dante Scarzella is in lane 7 for Novato High. Lucas Silva for Archie Williams in lane 8. And Ryan Raleigh in lane 9 for San Marin. I have known Nick Scruton since he was like 8 years old. Now he's like 8 feet tall. He's in lane 5 and in the lead. He does not look like he needs very many strokes to get across the pool. Swimming for Redwood High School as a junior. It appears that his next closest swimmer is a teammate who's only a sophomore. He's coming in. One more round, I'd say. One more 50. The lead seems to be growing a little there. Mr. Scruton is way out in front, about to touch. That's quite a finish in lane 5, 1:47 for 8 laps. Nice race for Nick Scruton. A little off his best pace, it looks like. I mean, not that I could swim that fast. Second place going to lane 7, Dante Scarzella from Novato High School. And the third place swimmer, I'm not sure the scoreboard's going to cooperate. lane 4, Will Odell, Redwood High School. And we have our third and final heat, also our fastest heat in the men's 200 free, coming up next. Nine swimmers in the water now. Lane 1 at the far end, James Cooper, a junior from San Marin. For Tamalpais High School in lane 2, a freshman, Wyatt Donaldson. Leo Manwaring-Muller is a junior swimming for Terra Linda High School in lane 3. Long, tall Cole Sanford swims for Tam High. He's a junior. Junior Bryden Thalanis is swimming for Novato High School junior. Soren Jessen, a freshman from TL, is in lane 6. Sean Bigelow, senior at Tam High in lane 7. Tommy Park swims for Novato High School, a sophomore in lane 8. And rounding it out in lane 9, Vaughn Miguel, a sophomore from San Marin. 5 minutes ago, it was over 70 degrees and warm out here. Suddenly the sun drops a little, and now it's a little chilly. Just like that. Looks like Novato High School's Bryden Thalanis is in the lead by about 2 body lengths in lane 5. And here we go. First place. Bryden finishes first for the junior from Novato High School. Touches in first. Second place goes to Cole Sanford, Tam High School. And Sean Bigelow, also from Tam High, finishes third. Nice race, gentlemen. We're going to switch back, as we do, alternating between men's and women's. The next event will be the women's 200 IM. They're already there lined up. 3 heats, again, fastest times seeded last. And remember, anyone can have a fast best time at this meet. You need to be in the top 16 to come back and see us tomorrow. I do believe there are some rules about that, though. Any one high school is only allowed 4 swimmers. So if Tam High happens to have 6 girls that swim this event the fastest, they only get to send 4. That's why we're happy we're not Coach Candace. We don't have to make those cuts. In the water now in lane 2, Stella Chico, a junior from Redwood. Beatrice Hayes is a freshman from Novato High. This is a tough race. Senior from San Rafael High School, Ella Brait in lane 4. Addison Everidge, Tamalpais High School's phenom freshman in lane 5. Julia Owens, a freshman from San Marin in lane 6. Annette Zavala from Novato High School, senior, lane 7. Katie Lyons from Marin Catholic, a freshman in lane 8. And Radhika Vendentham, a freshman from Redwood in lane 9. Right now, Tam High's Addison Everidge looking strong in the back. Second 50 will follow. I see Nina Lawson cheering her on from the side. Nina's in the next heat. It's so great when the swimmers take care of each other. This is the breaststroke lap. I should say laps. Sometimes the race can be won or lost with a breaststroke. Kind of looks like it's being won right now. It's a beautiful swim out there. She's got a lot of teammates rooting her on. Very exciting. Bringing it home. So fly back, breast and free. This is her anchor leg here. Wow, a lot of gas in the tank. Her best here is a 2:17. Wow. Quite a finish for young Addison. And she touches with a 2:14, dropping 3 seconds. Amazing. Coach Candace would say we've been tapering for a reason, so you can bring a best time. That is a beautiful swim. Lane 6 with a 2:24 comes in second. And we have swimmers in the water. Julia Owens from San Marin with the second place. We have 8 swimmers in the second heat. It's always fun to see the results when they come out. In the water now, heat 2. In lane 2, Hannah Toms from San Marin, a freshman. Critine Thompson, a junior at San Marin. In lane 2, lane 3. Swimming in lane 4, Tessa Garvey Miller. She's a freshman from Novato. From Marin Catholic, junior Holly Tarantino is in lane 5. Swimming for Tam High, senior Nina Lawson, team captain. In lane 6, Danielle Padillo, lane 7, is a junior at San Marin. Also from San Marin, sophomore Emerald Lynn is in lane 8. And in lane 9, Sarah Pledger, sophomore from Santa Fe High. First 50 was fly. These girls are halfway through the backstroke. Marin Catholic's Holly Tarantino out in front right now. Holly starts the breaststroke. Nina Lawson behind her. And it looks like Danielle Padillo slightly ahead of Lawson right now from San Marin, but this race is not over. Whew. And Holly makes her turn for the freestyle. I'm sure you can hear the wind in my microphone. It's picking up. All right, Nina Lawson from Tam High and Danielle Padillo from San Marin are gonna fight it out for second place here in the freestyle laps. Second and third. Several officials at our meet today. Very nice to have so many people that have been in swimming locally for so long volunteering. Holly Tarantino finishes with a very fast 2:12. Touching in second, looks like it will be Danielle Padillo from San Marin, and Nina Lawson comes in third place, Tam High. 2:26.
Now it's like top 4, right?
Yeah, we have one more. Third and final heat of the women's 200 IM. Sophie Letts for Redwood High School. She's a sophomore in lane 2. Eleanor Octavio from Tam High is a junior swimming in lane 3. Katie Farner swims in lane 4 for Terra Linda High School, and she's a junior. Elena Sharp is a senior for Archie Williams, and she's seated in lane 5. Anna Kilgore, freshman at Redwood in 6. Sydney Heller for Terra Linda High School is a senior, swimming in lane 7. We have freshman Sarah Delgado for Novato High in lane 8. and sophomore Zoe Zedlitz in lane 9 for Redwood High School. I pretty much missed the butterfly because I'm looking down, reading all those names, and we're halfway through the backstroke already. Pretty close there, but lane 5 appears to be out in front. Elena Sharp. Catherine Farner right behind her for Tara Linda. Anna Kilgore pretty close behind too. And they head into the breaststroke. And we're coming into the home stretch with the freestyle. Elena Sharp maintains her lead for Archie Williams. She's a senior. She'll get in her second of what would have been 4 MCAL meets. COVID borrowed a few of them from us, though. First place finish there, and that looks like a 2:10. Whew. The tents are slightly in my way. What do we have? Close finish for second. Looks like Tara Linda takes it with a 2:20, and then, oh, wow, super close finish there for second and third place. Catherine Farner for TL in second, and Anna Kilgore for Redwood in third. That's a nice finish for a freshman. 2:20. We have a few swimmers in the water. It's always nice to cheer them on to the finish. The men's 200 IM is next, also 3 heats. Of course, then we move to the ever-popular 50 free, where the women have about 50 heats. No. Not yet, but we do have 18 heats of women's 50 free. First, we have the men's 200 IM, 3 heats. Okay, this is going to challenge my pronunciation skills, but I'm just going to dive right in. Haha. In lane 1, Christian Ongwankskakul from San Marin, a junior. Zach Holzer in lane 2 from Marin Catholic, a senior. Freshman Hayden Long for Archie Williams in lane 3. Freshman Owen Pritchard for Redwood in lane 4. Jake Dixon, senior for Archie Williams in lane 5. Fred Goldstein, junior at Tam High School, swimming in lane 6. Freshman Alvin Liang in lane 7 for Novato High. Connor Cochran, sophomore at Marin Catholic in lane 8. And Andrew Fizzackerly, sophomore, San Rafael High, lane 9. If you'd like to see someone out in front, take a look at Jake Dixon in lane 5. I understand Jake is off to Army, I believe, to play water polo next year. He is handily into his breaststroke, 50. Looks like there might be some competition coming up behind him, though, from Fred Goldstein. A sneak attack. Wow. As I said, sometimes races are made in the breaststroke lap. I mean, Fred really seems to have like a motor. His teammates are going nuts, too, at the blocks. There's about 10 young men from the Tam High team, including Fred's brother Josh, cheering him on. And there goes the freestyle. Now it's a race. Now it's an all-out sprint in freestyle between these 2 young men, Jake Dixon and Freddie Goldstein in lanes 5 and 6. Archie Williams and Tam High. I think if Fred had had one more lap of breaststroke, he might have caught him. But I don't know what's going to happen here. Jake Dixon looks like he had an extra gear for the freestyle, which is a bummer, and Fred lost his cap. Wow, that was exciting. The race goes to Jake Dixon, lane 5, with a very, very nice second place finish for Fred Goldstein. So Dixon makes the best time by 4 seconds. with a 204 down from a 208, and Goldstein is down from a 210 to a 207. I mean, nobody can be disappointed with those kinds of drops in time. Great race. And that wasn't the fastest heat. I mean, wow, here we go. This excitement never stops here at the swim meet. Heat 2 of 3 for the men in the 200 IM. Oh, somebody slipped off the blocks. Happens every time. Just have to get the jitters out sometimes. Oh, now we're getting a cap. The swimmer from the last heat lost a cap, so he's collecting it, so it's not in the way. So while we wait, I can introduce you to my crew. I have Todd May next to me, directing and running all the camera angles. And I have young Billy Olhorn Thornton. I think Billy's 14 years old on the camera. So awesome. This is Heat 2 in Lane 1. Dean Gustafson, sophomore, Tam High. Gino McDonald in Lane 2, also Tam High sophomore. Tai Fong, senior, Tam High, Lane 3. Nick Lefebvre, Archie Williams, senior in Lane 4. Brett Brewer, swimming for Novato, is a junior in Lane 5. Swimming in Lane 6, Rex Franis is a freshman from Novato. Cooper Thielen, senior, Novato High, Lane 7. Garrett Goldberg is in Lane 8 for Marin Catholic. He's a senior. And Finn Siri is swimming for San Rafael High as a sophomore in Lane 9. Looks like Novato High is out in front in Lane 5. Brett Brewer. And none other than Novato High behind him in Lane 6. We have a junior in Lane 5 and a freshman in Lane 6. Lane 1 might be in second. Your depth perception is maybe a little better than mine. Oh, yeah, way down there. Tai Fong has quite the breaststroke coming up, though. Looks like he's maybe in second now, except he's underwater for like half a lap. Yep. Oh, look at that. So we got Tai Fong is in Lane 3, and then the Novato High freshman in Lane 6. Tai seems to be just edging him out in second place, and you're right, Todd, Lane 1. Dean Gustafson, sophomore. We're going to have a freestyle free-for-all here. Again, Tai Fong's just like underwater. Where is he? Oh, there he is over there. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have a big push for second place here. Look at them all go. Oh, really close. So it looks like it goes to Novato. No? Not, yep, Novato in Lane 7 for second, and Tai Fong in Lane 3 for third. But boy, by like 13/10ths of a second, or 13/100ths of a second. That was fun. Tight race. One more round of 200 IM for the men. In the water now. Freshman Colin Judson in Lane 1 for Redwood High School. Also for Redwood, another freshman, Sawyer Goldberg in Lane 2. Andrew Chong, a freshman for Terra Linda High School in Lane 3. Robert Plasak swims for Redwood in Lane 4 as a junior. Max Matthews, a junior teammate at Redwood, swimming in Lane 5. Sean Padillo, senior at San Marin in Lane 6. Andrew Sternfels, freshman at Tam High in Lane 7. Henry Manning for Archie Williams is a freshman in Lane 8. And Timur Fatulei is a senior at Redwood in Lane 9. Tongue twisters out there. Max Matthews, Lane 5. Max also plays water polo. He's a junior at Redwood. He's in the lead now as we go into the breaststroke. Let's see what happens next. Wow. San Marin's Sean Padillo getting close. Needs a little more room to catch up. And they're going to turn into the 50s, the 50 now. Max Matthews way out in front. He makes it look effortless. That freestyle is just gliding. Max Matthews enters this race with a 2-minute flat time. And he's going to touch now. Beats his time by a few tenths. He had a 2-minute and 8 100ths, and it looks like he got a 2-minute and 55 100ths. That's quite a swim. Second place goes to lane 6, Sean Padillo from San Marin. I think the goal here is to beat your seed time. Everybody always wants to do that. We're going to be moving on to the women's 50 freestyle, so if you want to stretch your legs, now would probably be the time, because there are going to be many, many heats.
This is a 16 heat event.
18 heat event. 18 heats. Okay. 3 swimmers in the water. Oh, looks like I may not have the lanes correct. What I have scheduled, 4 swimmers here. So what I have is lane 4, Elsie Faraday for Tamalpais High School. She's a freshman. Sam Katz, sophomore, Terra Linda High School. And Perinaz Sotude Zanjani, a freshman at San Marin. We do have a 4th swimmer in lane 7 for Terra Linda. I do not have an entry name. Apologize. Things do change. And just like that, 1 heat down. Here we go with the second heat. Swimming in lane 2, Sophia Tobler, San Marin. Ava McGar in lane 3 for Tamalpais High School. Amy Yang of Branson in lane 4. Marina Mata, San Marin in lane 5. Naomi Sitfer from San Rafael High in lane 6. Kathleen Shallett in lane 7 for Tamalpais High School. And Jaden Kersnick in lane 8 for Novato. These races do go by quickly after you start with 200s. Start with 8 laps and you get to go down to 2. Heat 3 on the blocks. And in the water now, in lane 1, Mia Jones, Terra Linda High School freshman. In fact, several of these girls are freshmen. Lane 2, Amelia Park from San Marin. Lane 3, Isabel Chicharone from Tamalpais High School. Anna Youngs in lane 4 for Redwood. Peyton Eberhardt in lane 5 for Tam High. And Rory Kearns in lane 6 for TL, all freshmen. Lane 7, Scarlett McGuire, sophomore TL. Lane 8, Erin Crafter, a freshman at San Marin. And lane 9, Mia Mazel, sophomore, Tam High. Took me the whole race to get those names out. All right, page 3 of 11 in my heat sheet. I got a lot of people looking over my shoulder. 18. In the water now in Heat 4, Lane 1, Summer Baker, sophomore at Redwood. Lane 2, Sophie Baumgarten, Tara Linda, freshman. Belen Coronado is in Lane 3 for San Rafael High, a freshman. Manisha Murthy, Lane 4, junior at Novato High. Noah Osler is a freshman at Novato High in Lane 5. Lane 6, McKenna Frazier, freshman, Tara Linda High. Marguerite Walden Kaufman is a sophomore at San Rafael High in 7. Olivia Kim, Tara Linda, Lane 8. And Sasha Lillen, freshman at Redwood, Lane 9. These events, they just keep getting faster. Okay, Heat 5, Grace Buck in Lane 1 for San Marin. Sadhab Kilroy, Lane 2, Branson. Mackenzie Malcolm in 3 for Novato. Mariana Roca in 4 for San Rafael. Louisa Kaiser in 5, Novato. Lauren Poulin, 6, Redwood. And again, Redwood, Sophie Chung in Lane 7. Maddie Jensen, San Rafael High, Lane 8. And Ashlyn Herrig for Tam High, Lane 9. I can't really get all the names out and give you this who placed when. This one is Roland. Heat 6 on deck. Lane 1, Olivia Hatch. Lane 2 for San Marin. Tara Sridharan. Tara, I'm sorry. Lane 2 is from Branson. Charlotte Cripwell, Redwood High School in 3. Lucy Hinkleman in 4 for Archie Williams. Genevieve Porteous, Marin Catholic. Lane 5, Emily Chacon in 6 for San Rafael High. Jane Tananeva, Archie Williams in Lane 7. Maya Godfroy in Lane 8 for San Rafael High. And Kaya Hayes for Branson in Lane 9. Managed to get that one out before they finished. Lane 4 was the winner in that heat. Lucy Hinkleman, Archie Williams. Heat 7. And they're in the water. Lane 1, Alana Bartley, San Marin. Scarlett Aikita in 2 for San Marin. Keely Boyce, Novato High in 3. Molly Goldstein for Redwood in Lane 4. Emily Delvin for Marin Catholic in Lane 5. Jordan Morris, Redwood in Lane 6. Kaylee Sullivan in 7 for Archie Williams. Kylie Giordano in Lane 8 for Redwood. And McKenna Baldwin in Lane 9, Novato. And the touch goes to Lane 5, Emily Delvin, Marin Catholic. Heat number 8 next. Savannah Porteous in the water in Lane 1, Marin Catholic. Sadie Jordan for Tara Linda in 2. Nikki Wallen in Lane 3 for Tam High. Catherine McPhail in 4, TL. Maya Layden, Tam High in Lane 5. Claire Lawson in Lane 6 for Tam. Tara DeLacy in Lane 7, Marin Catholic. Charlotte Philkill in Lane 8, Redwood. And Emma Gonthier in Lane 9 for Tam. Maya Layden, incidentally, a senior in Lane 5, headed to UC San Diego to play water polo. That race goes to Catherine McPhail from Tara Linda. Heat number 9, Eloise Capel, the junior from Novato High in Lane 1. Olivia Nash, her teammate, Lane 2. Amber Flores for Tam in 3. Lainey Wank, Redwood in Lane 4. Sophia Akram for Tam in Lane 5. Grace Stewart in 6 for Marin Catholic. Swimming in Lane 7, Alexis Grusby for Novato. Madison Benarat scheduled in Lane 8 for Tam. And Hannah Ritala in Lane 9 for Redwood. We're flying now. Lane 10. Charlotte Wolfert for Redwood, lane 1. Genesis Orellana, Branson, lane 2. Holly Ross for Novato in 3. Kylie Tatarski for Tam in 4. Iris Bentavenia for Novato in 5. Emma Wetmore, San Rafael High in lane 6. Ali Pierotti, lane 7 for Novato. Annie Hamill for Marin Catholic in lane 8. And Nicole Gregory, San Rafael High, lane 9. Second place, Emma Wetmore. First place, lane 9, Nicole Gregory, both from San Rafael High. Congratulations, Emma. Swimming in heat 11, lane 1, Carolina Caldwell, Terralinda. Libby Hughes for Redwood in 2, Madison Herrero, Redwood in 3, Amelia Dampson, Tam High, lane 4, Mateo Diaz for San Rafael in 5, Leanna Gregory, SR in 6, Scarlett Grava for Tam in 7, Kate Lynch is scheduled, but I don't think she's here in lane 8, and Aris Sarganis for Marin Catholic in 9. That race goes to lane 9, Marin Catholic, 29-7. The one thing about the meets being seated this way is every event just gets faster and faster. Woo, here they go. I'm going to have to catch my breath when this is over. Heat 12, lane 1, Petra Engstenberger, TL. Keely Everidge, Tam High, lane 2. Ella Galetti for Marin Catholic in 3. Sophie Letts for Redwood in 4. Ava Zeck for Tam in 5. Louise Eddy, Redwood in 6. Allie Madden swims in lane 7 for TL. And Haley Brown for TL in lane 8. Catherine Evans, Tam High, lane 9. And they're done. Lane 7 with a win at 27-7. For Tara Linda, she beat her time by like 2 seconds. Yeah, she had a 29-5 going in. Todd May and I both have seniors, so we know lots of these girls in the pool now. Annabelle Smith is in lane 1 for Tam, and Madeline Townsend for Tam in lane 2. Sarani Puri, Redwood, lane 3. Ava Sarganis, Marin Catholic 4. Mariel Moore, Tam High 5. Giselle Orson, Redwood in 6. Her teammate Olivia Mount in 7. Molly Clifford, Archie Williams in 8. And Tess Waddy, Tara Linda, lane 9. Lane 5 actually no swimmer, or lanes 3 and 5 empty. Sometimes kids have too many races. All right, page 4, heat 14. Reese Dahlgren in lane 1 for Branson. Lola Zerpoli, lane 2. Redwood, Abigail Marciniak for Tam in 3. Anna Harrell in 4. And Nadine Roos in 5, all for Tam. Chloe Philippart is in lane 6 for Redwood. Isabel Babb also for Redwood in 7. Fiona Bin in lane 8 for AW. And Viv Barsadi for Marin Catholic in lane 9. When they're seated like this, of course, everybody swims pretty much at the same pace. So the races are really close. Lane 1 wins it with a 27-9. Reese Dahlgren, a former Strawberry Seal. Heat 15 coming up. In the water, Grace Whitty in lane 1 for Tam. Paige Busey, lane 2. SR, Emily Erickson for Tara Linda in 3. Olivia Dugan at San Rafael High. In 4, Isabel Owens. In 5, Ashley Fine in 6. Laurel Cooper, AW in 7. Delaney Fair in 8 for AW. And Anna Plant, that's my kid, in lane 9. I didn't even get to see. I have to stand up to watch the end. Nice swim, everybody. Lane 5 takes it with a 27-8. Very nice. My daughter beat her time by 2/100ths of a second. Just think if she wasn't playing water polo all the time. Oh, did I say that out loud? That was for Coach Candace. Heat 16, lane 1, Samantha Carter. San Rafael High, lane 2, Olivia Keppel, Redwood. Tara Linda High is Rosie Lucchesi in 3. Isabel Samlahan in 4 for AW. Callan Wank, Redwood, lane 5. Teammate Emily Fee in lane 6. Elisa Coy in lane 7 for Marin Catholic. Amanda Ross in lane 8 for Novato. And McKenna Quinones, lane 9, Archie Williams. Okay, second to last heat, number 17. Lane 1 appears empty. Lane 2, Sophia Harkins for Tam. Lane 3, Lily Pashman for Tam. Ingrid Wallstrand, Archie Williams, Nicole Chong. I'm sorry, Ingrid's in 4. Nicole Chong's in 5 for TL. Maeve McCauley for Branson in 6. Haley Mall for Tam in 7. Mahala Peter Frank for AW in 8. And Mila Rendick for Marin Catholic in 9. And again, they're all close together. Woo! Quick touch there. Nicole Chong for Tara Linda. She was certainly slated to win, and she did. She won back in 2019, I believe, also when we had this event last.
Final of 16. The final of 18.
Last and fastest heat. Let's see if I can get through this. Aaliyah Sanandres, Redwood, lane 1. Emma Slot, Marin Catholic in 2. Hannah Slot in 3. Bella Kyriakis in 4, all from Marin Catholic. Catherine Watros from Redwood High School has a 24 going into this in lane 5, or is she there? Oh, she was underwater the whole time. Gwen Kallmeyer in 6, Avery Hinkleman 7, Audrey Lowell 8, Nola Palestrant 9. Ms. Watros outtouches her teammate, Gwen Kallmeyer, by a bit. Oh, lane 5 actually, yes. Catherine wins it with a 24-34, and Gwen finishes second with a 25-51. Nice swims, everybody. Whew! Event number 8, the men's 50 free. Oh, we have a young man who was slated to be swimming with 3 people, and he's all, oh, we've got 2 now. Let's see. So scheduled to have, I think this is Ari Stewart in lane 4 for Archie Williams, and Max Otsuki in lane 5 for TL. Lane 6 is empty. It was supposed to be Alex Molia. Max just finishes, and we've got Ari swimming. We want to cheer him on. Nice swim out there. We have 12 heats for the men's 50 free. Okay, this is heat 2. Heat 2 also a little, maybe a few less swimmers than I have on my sheet. Swimming in lane 2, Misha Nikolai, AW. In 3, Angel Gramajo from TL. Do I have a swimmer in 4? Yes. Lane 4, Michael Griffin from Novato. Lane 5 is empty. In 6, Josh Wallace, AW. No 6. In 7, Miguel Howe Gutierrez, Tara Linda. In 8, Cooper McCollum, AW. And in 9, Zach Baumgarten, Redwood. Phew. Sun's back out again, isn't it? The sun's back out again. I'm not really complaining, though. Heat number 3 for the gentlemen. And they're off. Lane 1, Jack Podboy, AW. Lane 2, Asher White for TL. Timothy Yang is in lane 3 for Redwood. Abhishek Sondaraman is in lane 4 for San Marin. Tam High's Connor Smith is in 5. Caleb Kaur for San Marin is in 6. Jack McCall, San Rafael High, 7. Josh Baumgartner, San Marin in 8. And Duncan Stilson, Terra Linda, lane 9. Coming up, heat number 4. A full slate of swimmers in this heat. Lane 1, Ty Anad, Novato High. In 2, Ricardo Diaz, also Novato. Owen Butler, Tam High in lane 3. Sean McConnell for Marin Catholic in 4. Paul Lazarus for Tam in lane 5. Charlie McCauley swims for Marin Catholic in 6. In lane 7, Misha Kulikoi for Novato High. In lane 8, Jonathan Osbeck for Marin Catholic. And in lane 9, Will Baker, AW. And page 5. I feel like this is Paul Harvey. Good day. And now, page 5. Am I dating myself? I think so. Page 5, heat 5 of 12. And they're in the water. Swimmers in the water. Lane 1, Ethan Gavin, Tam High. Isaac Garcia Velazquez from Novato High in 2. Jack Hansberger is in lane 3 for TL. Cohen Rivera, also TL, lane 4. For Tam High in lane 5, Ryan Kunkel. Adrian McCory in lane 6 for Tam. Bobby Cedar from San Rafael High in lane 7. Hamilton Barnes in lane 8 for Redwood. And Matthew Coronado for San Rafael High in lane 9. And lane 5 takes it, Ryan Kunkel, Tam High. Heat 6 next.
I gotta go pick up things.
In the water for heat 6, I better hurry up. Lane 1, Neri Landy, Redwood. Joseph Riccio in 2, San Marin. Bernard Kent for Tam in 3. Ron Cohen for Novato in 4. Rahan Syed for San Marin in 5. Andrew Halsing in 6, Novato High. David Balderrama for San Rafael in 7. Gunnar Koenig, AW in 8. And Mason Weston for San Marin in 9. A little bit late there on those, gentlemen. I apologize. Coming up now, heat 7 on the blocks. Lane 1, Ty Muntafian, Tam High School. George Charles for Redwood is in 2. Alec Chu, Novato in 3. Tommy Park, also Novato in 4. Zach Crumbian for TL in 5. Shaw Moreno swims in lane 6 for Novato. Stephen Terry for Tam in 7. Maxwell Gana for AW in 8. And Vladislav Pustavov for TL is in 9. Lane 8 next. Looks like, I'm sorry, heat 8 next. Looks like lanes 1 and 3 are empty. Okay, so in lane 2, Ruben Roth, San Rafael High. In 4, Bryce Mason for Tam High. Nico Porcopio for Novato is in 5. Ethan Hatch is in lane 6 for Novato. Alex Razavi is in lane 7 for Redwood. Magnus Hodge in lane 8 for Novato High. And Colin Bender is in lane 9 for Terra Linda. Heat 9 coming up next. Let's see. Looks like 9 lanes full. Michael Razavi just entered the water in lane 1 for Redwood. Trevor Allen in 2, Tam High. Carter Albee for TAM is in 3. Jasper Hodge for TL in 4. Finn O'Neill, Santa Fe High, lane 5. In 6, Russ Davis, Terra Linda. Joseph Ferrara in 7 for TL. Callum McLean is in 8 for TAM. And Fabio Podesta, lane 9, Novato High. This is heat number 10. Lanes 1 and 2 are empty. In 3, Haken Lacey for AW. Brady Long is in lane 4, also AW. Harry Waite in lane 5 for Redwood. Branson's Cameron Arianpour is in 6. Brendan Cassidy is in 7 for Marin Catholic. Branson's Rodrigo Diaz in 8. Sam Frack is in number 9 for TL. These boys are getting fast now, 22 and 23 seconds. Cameron Arianpour, wow. A sophomore in high school. He used to be a Strawberry Seal too. Heat 11 of 12, Frankie Fradalizio, AW in 1. Andrew Chong for TL is in 2. Fargo Barsati swims in lane 3 for TAM. Finnegan Clarkson also for TAM in 4. Mika Scher is in 5 for AW. Nico Strategos in 6. Hayden Cordiero in 7, Travis Hughes in 8, and Marco Asiano in 9. The last 2 were for Redwood. I missed a few high school affiliates there. These boys are fast. Let's see if I can give you some results. Lane 6 gets first place, 22:42. Nico from Novato High. Okay. Mr. Nicky Glenn in lane 5, headed to Cal Poly San Luis Obispo for swimming. He's a senior. He is slated to win this race. This is heat number 12. He is in lane 5. Here we go. He has previous MCAL competition experience. Cameron Crowley in 1 for TAM. Josh Goldstein in 2 for TAM. Gabriel Herner in 3 for TAM. Hudson Wunderlich, Marin Catholic in 4. Nicky Glenn, I told you, is in 5. He has tough competition from Sam Reinhart from Novato in 6, Ezra Portillo in 7, Dylan Zorn in 8, and Jackson Conway for TL in 9. And Nicholas Glenn looks like he got it with a 21.7. 21.76. I see here best time 21.8. So he beats it. And second place goes to Novato High Sam Reinhart, who also has a best time, but not fast enough to beat Mr. Glenn. Very exciting. I don't know about you, but there aren't very many things I can do in 21 seconds. Whew. That is some fast swimming.
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
Beat it by 4/100ths. Sam Reinhart beat his too. It was like a 22:02. The next thing we're going to see is the women's 100 fly. We have 3 heats of women, 3 heats of men, and the men's 100 fly is the race to watch. Mare Gatner, as I mentioned earlier, he's a junior at Tam High. He broke the Tam High record on April 14 by swimming that race with a 49.76. Very impressive. He broke 2 records that day, both the 100 fly and the 100 back. So stay tuned for those. We're taking a quick break. We'll be right back. And we're back. A quick break, and now it's the women's 100 fly. 3 heats. Swimming in lane 1, Sonia Fish, a senior, Novato High School. Ella Galetti from Marin Catholic is a junior. She's in lane 2. Alyssa Coy, also at Marin Catholic, sophomore in lane 3. Chloe Firmage, sophomore. She swims for TAM in lane 4. Swimming in lane 5, Mia Solomon is a junior at Redwood. She's joined by teammate Amelia Loiacano, a sophomore, lane 6. Amanda Mozzie from Tam High is a freshman swimming in lane 7. Annabelle Smith, Tam High junior in lane 8. And Elsa Fong rounds it out for Tam High as a freshman, swimming this big race in lane 9. These girls are on the 3rd lap. This takes a lot of effort, this swim. Looks like lane 5 in the lead. Mia Solomon from Redwood is going to touch first. Her teammate. Redwood seems to have their fly down. Her teammate touches second in lane 6. And lane 4, 3rd place for our Chloe Firmage from Tam High. Nice swim. Okay. We have a lot of people scratching this event, it looks like, because the blocks are kind of empty compared to my heat sheet. Let's see. We have a lane 4, lane 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, no. I see. 1, 2, 3, 2. 8 of 9. Heat 2. In lane 1, Nev Thompson, AW. Lane 2, Emerald Lynn from San Marin. Hannah Nicholas is in lane 3, Novato. Catherine Stoffer, Kitty Stoffer in lane 4 for TAM. Izzy Olhorn Thornton is in lane 5 for TAM. Alyssa Zhao in 6 for Marin Catholic. Jada Swan is in lane 7 for TL. Ellie Diaz is in lane 8 for San Rafael High. And Kate Lynch was scheduled, but she is not swimming. This is going to be a good race. Of course, it's half over. Izzy Olhorn Thornton is well in the lead for Tam High here in the 2nd heat. There are 3 heats. Izzy is also quite a breaststroker. In fact, has competed in this event before in the breaststroke. You'll see her later. But don't miss her right now because she's owning her heat right here. Head down, she's just doing the work. And touches first. Lane 5 with a 59.8. That is a swim for Izzy UT by taking off 2 seconds. Her previous time, 1:01.2. I guess that's a little less than 2 seconds, but breaking a minute is a big deal. Great swim. Second place with a 59.8. First, I can't tell what's happening now. I think the board changed. Okay, the 3rd and final heat, also the fastest heat of the women's 100 fly. Holly Ross for Novato's in lane 1. Emily Hinckley for TL is in 2. Sarah Jordan from Redwood is in lane 3. Those are all freshmen, including Mackenzie Quay is in 4 for Branson as a freshman. Nicole Chong, reigning terror from Terra Linda, senior, is in lane 5. Callan Wank in 6 for Redwood. Laurel Philp, freshman from TAM, in 7. Amanda Ross is in 8 for Novato. And Amelia Kyriakis for Marin Catholic in lane 9. Nicole Chong out in front, being chased by Callan Wank in lane 6 for Redwood. Final lap. These young women make this look easy, and butterfly for 4 laps is nothing even close to easy. Okay, lane 5. Whew, 58.43. Wow. She had a best time of a 58.9 before, so Nicole Chong and Izzy UT are going to have some fun tomorrow. We're going to move to the men's 100 fly next. There are also 3 heats. We're going to start in lane 2 for this event. Okay, swimming in lane 2, Vaughn Miguel from San Marin. In 3, Marcus Prosch for Tam High. Jackson Stewart scratching, it looks like. In 5, Harry Waite for Redwood. Colin Eilerman in 6 for San Marin. Zach Matsumoto for Novato is in lane 7. Dylan Zorn in lane 8 for Redwood. And Ryan Raleigh is in lane 9 for San Marin. And again, 4 laps here. This is halfway. Listening to Izzy UT talk to Coach Candace about the race she just did in less than a minute for 4 laps to fly. She says, my turns looked awful. Of course, to me, the whole thing looked beautiful. So I guess there's always room to grow, just like with anything. Lane 5 wins it with a 53.7 for the men. That's Harry Waite from Redwood. And we have a swimmer in the water, 2 swimmers in the pool. Still finishing up this race. And we're going to move on to heat 2 of 3, building up to Mari Gatner's heat. Again, lane 1 is empty. In lane 2, Charlie Kane for Marin Catholic. Owen Bordage is in lane 3 for Tam. Noah Nicholas in 4, Novato High. Also Novato, Bryden Thelenis is in 5. Riley Conklin for Tam is in 6. Will Odell for Redwood in 7. Thompson Fiegel, Luke Fiegel I think he goes by, is in 8 for Tam High. And Sam Frack is in lane 9 for TL. And they make the turn in the 3rd length. We have Novato High's Bryden Thelenhaas and Riley Conklin for Tam. Kind of close here. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't think we can catch. There's a body length between them. Novato High School wins that event. Rather, that heat. Tam High comes in 2nd, 54. Okay. So the pool record is held by Mari Gatner with a 49.76. He broke the record to get that time on April 14 here, swimming against Archie Williams. He could be getting just faster and faster with a plan to taper for this meet and the North Coast section meets to follow. So this is pretty exciting. He's in lane 5. In lane 2, Ruben Roth for San Rafael High. AW's Hayden Long is in 3. Novato's Fabio Podesta in 4. Mare Gatner for Tam is going gangbusters in 5. Nicholas Aranduque for TL in 6. Dominic Haggard in 7. Lucas Nauer in 8 for Redwood. And Timur Fatulehi in 9 for Redwood. All right, if you blink, you're going to miss Mare. He's that fast. He's also underwater for half of each lap. He is in the lead in lane 5 wearing a Tam cap, which is unusual. It's usually a light blue cap. And here he goes into his final lap. The clock's at 40 seconds. The record's 49.7. He's at 45.78. Hasn't touched yet. Oh, I don't think so today. 50.99. That's all right. He already got the record. Maybe he's taking it easy. Still a really nice swim considering that the next closest was 5 seconds behind that at 55.3, which is also a completely respectable time and frankly a best time for the swimmer. Wow. Great swims all around. It's really interesting. It was pouring rain that day when he got that. When he got that 49.76, it was pouring rain. And cold. Okay, and we're moving on. The women's 100 free again. You got 12
12
heats.
heats, nice.
This is the second most popular race.
Time to read all this.
Okay, heat number 1. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 girls. I only have 5 slated. So in lane 3, Elise Faraday for Tam. Jaden Kersnick for Novato is in 4. Belen Coronado for San Rafael High in 5. Kathleen Shallett for Tam in 6. And Naomi Sitfer for San Rafael High in 7. I don't have a name on the swimmer in lane 8 or lane 2. My apologies to both of those swimmers. Looks like Tara Linda in lane 8, and I can't tell who's in lane 1. Oh, also Tara Linda in lane 1. Okay. 4 laps of freestyle. Looks like our swimmer over here in lane 8 is going to take it with a 1:11. Still have a swimmer in the water in lane 4, just finishing up. Heat 2. Huh. Lanes 2, 4, 7, and 9 are empty. So, in lane 1, Ava McGar for Tam High. Swimming in lane 2, Rory Kearns, a freshman at TL. Sophomore from Novato High School, Iris Bentavenia, swims in lane 5. And Isabel Chicarone in lane 6 is a freshman at TAM. We also have Summer Baker, a sophomore at Redwood, swimming in lane 8. And they're on that third lap. Here we go, final lap. Okay, touching first, it looks like, is lane 6. TAM High School's Isabel Chicarone, freshman. Nice. Heat 3 next. Hi. Let's see. Looks like we have all our swimmers 8 lanes worth. And in the water now in Heat 3, lane 1, Anna Youngs is a freshman at Redwood High School. Another freshman from TL, swimming in lane 2, McKenna Frazier. Mia Maisel, lane 3, sophomore at Tam High. Sophie Baumgarten swims in lane 4 as a freshman for TL. Mackenzie Malcolm swimming in lane 5 from Novato High, sophomore. Another sophomore from San Rafael High, Marguerite Walden Kaufman, is in lane 6. Lane 7, Ashlyn Herrig is a freshman at TAM. Also at TAM, freshman Peyton Eberhardt in lane 8. And these girls are halfway through. 2 laps to go. We're hitting that time of night now out here at 5:30 where half of our pool's in sun and half of it's in shade. Changes our visibility a little bit here on the pool deck. My cameraman's doing a great job though. Last lap, Novato High in the lead. Iris Bentavenia. Iris finishes with a 112.
But I still would choose the same answer, but
Heat 3 of 12. That was it. We're going to move on to Heat 4, and I'm going to page 7. Woo-hoo! And they're in the water in Heat 4. Lane 1, Maya Godfroy, a sophomore from Sangerfell High. Sophie Chung is swimming in Lane 2. She's a senior at Redwood. Genevieve Porteous, Marin Academy, Lane 3, junior. Grace Buck swims in Lane 4 as a freshman for San Marin. Tam High School's Nikki Wallen, she's a sophomore, is in Lane 5. Freshman Grace Stewart swims in Lane 6 for Marin Catholic. Junior Emily Chacon swims in Lane 7 for SR. Freshman Sadie Jordan for TL is in Lane 8, and Maddie Jensen is a freshman at SR. She's in Lane 9. And they're finished. Lane 5 places first. Nikki Wallen, Tam High School sophomore. Heat 5. Heat 5, we are missing our swimmer in Lane 5.
I barely, after 2 glasses of wine,
Lane 1 in the water now for Tam High School, senior Sophia Akram. A senior at Redwood in Lane 2, that's Kylie Giordano. In Lane 3, Alexis Grusby, senior Novato High. Her teammate Olivia Nash is a sophomore in Lane 4. Skipping to Lane 6, Ali Pierotti, junior from Novato High. In Lane 7, Emma Gonthier, a freshman at Tam. Another freshman, but this time Redwood High School. Lane 8, Molly Goldstein. And in Lane 9, Keely Boyce is a freshman at Novato High. Those are your swimmers in Heat 5. Lane 4 takes it. Olivia Nash, congratulations, Novato High. Heat 6 next. Only 6 in this heat. Swimming in Lane 2, Tara DeLacy, a junior from Marin Catholic. Sophomore, also Marin Catholic, Emily Delvin in 4. Another teammate of hers, Savannah Porteous, is a senior. She swims in Lane 5. Annie Hamill, also MC, in Lane 6. She's a freshman. Maya Layden, senior from Tam High in Lane 7. And Aris Sarganis, sophomore at MC, is in Lane 8. Two laps to go. Here they come, final lap. A lot of Marin Catholic in this heat. Looks like Annie Hamill may be touching first in Lane 6. 107. Nice. Nice swims, everybody. We're going to move on to lane 7. Okay. Emma Wetmore, Junior, San Rafael High, lane 3. Louise Eddy, Junior at Redwood in lane 4. Nicole Gregory, swimming for SR, is a junior in lane 5. Zoe Zedlitz in lane 6. She's a sophomore at Redwood. We have senior Allie Madden swimming in lane 7 for TL. And sophomore Kaylee Weston swimming in lane 9 for San Marin. And they're coming into the final lap. Tara Linda looks like probably going to touch first. Yep, lane 7, Allie Madden, 101. That's fast. Redwood next with a 106. Nice swims, everybody. Lane 8. I'm sorry, heat 8. Oh, swimmer in lane 1 did make it in the race. That's Olivia Mount, Redwood High School junior. Leanna Gregory is in lane 2, San Rafael High. Ava Zeck for TAM is in 3. Ava Sarganis is in lane 4 for Marin Catholic. Laurel Cooper in 5 for AW, and Molly Clifford also for AW in lane 6. Amelia Damson for TAM in lane 7. Mirabelle Arlander for Branson in lane 8. And Ariana Chistas in lane 9 for TAM. Halfway, starting the third lap. Whew. Makes me tired just watching. And here we go. Final stretch. Somebody's sneaking up to finish first at a lane 9. Ariana Chistas looks like she may touch. Oh, it's lane 8, but okay. Oh, lane 9, 104. Heat number 9 coming up next. They're on the blocks. Radhika Vedantham, Redwood High School, lane 1. Giselle Orson is in lane 2. Madeline Townsend for TAM in 3. Paige Busey for San Rafael in 4. Catherine Evans, TAM High, lane 5. Olivia Dugan in 6 for SR. Amelia Erickson for TL in lane 7. Viv Barsati is in lane 8 for MC. And Scarlett Garava is in lane 9 for TAM. And heat 9 is in the water. Heat 10, I believe, is in the water. Katie Lyons, MC in lane 1. Samantha Carter, San Rafael High in 2. Sophia Harkins in 3, Laurel Philp in 4, both Tam High. Gwen Kallmeyer for Redwood is in lane 5. Avery Emerson for Tam in 6. Adeline Turner for Redwood in 7. McKenna Quinones for AW in 8. And my own Anna Plant in lane 9. Let's see. They're at the halfway mark there. Anna swims at Tam High. A lot of girls. Anna is headed to Bucknell University to play water polo along with Gwen Kallmeyer, who is in the lead. Gwen is at Redwood. She's in lane 5. They're both going to Bucknell. Looks like maybe Gwen touches first. 55 seconds. That's fast. Nice swim, everybody. We're going to move on to heat 11 in just a second. Heat 11 looks like we have a scratch in lane 8. In the water now, lane 1, Hannah Jones, Redwood High School, senior. In 2, Mila Rendick from MC. She's a freshman. Catherine Farner for Terra Linda's in lane 3. Ingrid Wallstrom for Archie Williams is in lane 4. Kaylee McIntyre for Novato, senior, lane 5. In lane 6, Claire Cassidy, sophomore from MC. Audrey Lowell, she's a freshman at Tam High in lane 7. And skipping to lane 9, Caitlin Maas is a junior at Redwood High School. They just made that turn. That's the first 50. Kaylee McIntyre, Novato High, out in front in lane 5. By a good body length, 2 maybe. Second to fastest heat right here, so she's going to be in contention for sure for tomorrow with 53 seconds. It looks to me like they're placing a few of the top swimmers, spreading them out in each of the top 2 to 3 heats. In our final heat, 12 of 12. Catherine Watros, as she won the 50, has a pretty quick time in this race too. And they're off. Isabel Owens, lane 1, San Marin. Olivia Capel for Redwood in 2. Kira Rodriguez, TL in 3. Isabel Samlahan, AW in 4. Catherine Watros, lane 5, headed to Indiana to swim in college. Emily Fee in 6 for Redwood. Mackenzie Quay, 7 for Branson. Emma Slott, lane 8 for MC. And Annie Goldstein for Redwood is in lane 9. Let's see how this goes. I have to talk fast when they get the races get this fast. Ms. Watros is way out in front in her 3rd lap. Wow. She specializes in the freestyle events. Coming into this race with a 53.22. She's got a teammate to her right. Oh, and she finishes with a 52.9. That's a best time. Wow, nice race. Nice race. Really great swims, ladies. We're going to move on to heat. How about event? I'll try event. Event 14. Page 8. Another page. We turn the page. Page 8, men's 100 free, where we have 10 heats. So looks like not everybody's in this race. I do have a swimmer in lane 1. I don't have a name. Charlie McCauley in 4 for MC. Angel Gramajo for TLs in 5. Abhishek Sondaraman is in lane 6 for San Marin. Zach Baumgarten in 7 for Redwood. And that's it. In the water, heat 2 of 10 for the men's 100 free. Lane 1, Ricardo Diaz, skipping to he's at Novato. In lane 3, Ty Anad for Novato. Joseph Riccio in lane 5 for San Marin. Miguel Gutierrez, Terra Linda, lane 6. Lane 7, Sean McConnell, freshman at MC. Misha Kulikoy is in lane 8 for Novato, and Rahan Saeed is in lane 9 for San Marin. This is heat number 3. Swimming in lane 1, Jack Hansberger, Terra Linda High School. In lane 3, Mason Weston, he's a freshman at San Marin. Connor Smith for Tam High swims in lane 4. Lanes 5 and 6 are empty. Swimming in lane 7, Jonathan Osbeck, Marin Catholic, freshman. Justin Taub is a junior at Archie Williams. He's in lane 8. And Timothy Yang, Redwood High School, lane 9. Justin Taub is my neighbor. I love watching him swim. Very proud. Just like I'm sure his mom is over there. We're going to move on to heat number 4 in a minute. Watch these young men swim first. Swimming in heat number 4. Lane 1, Cooper McCollum, Archie Williams. In lane 2, Misha Nikolai, also from Archie Williams. Carter Dre, sophomore, swimming in lane 3 for Terra Linda. Shaw Moreno in lane 4 for Novato. William Baker, lane 5, AW. Jack Podboy in lane 6 for AW. Hamilton Barnes is in lane 7 for Redwood. Ryan Kunkel, lane 8, Tam High. And lane 9 is Sam Soberai. Except, let's see who's missing. We have no lane 8 or lane 9 right now. We've got a few scratches here today. Looks like lane 4 and 2 also scratched. We're going to be moving on to heat 5. We had 1, 3, 5, 6, and 7 there. Lane 1 finished with a 59. Cooper McCollum, nice swim. Looks like we have lanes 1 through 7 now in heat 5. Lane 1, Tamalpais High School's Bernard Kent. He's a freshman. In lane 2, another freshman, David Balderrama for San Rafael High. Paul Lazarus, lane 3 for Tam High as a sophomore. Rand Cohen swims for Novato as a freshman. In lane 4. In lane 5, Nico Porcopio is in lane, as I said, lane 5 for Novato. Lane 6, Nico Slabo for San Rafael High. And in lane 7, Ethan Gavin. We're skipping lane 8, but we do have a swimmer in lane 9, Zach Crumbin, Terra Linda High School. looks like we have a scratch in lane 6 here. This is heat 6, though. Lane 1, Andrew Halsing, sophomore, Novato High. Trevor Allen swims for Tam. He's in lane 2. In lane 3, George Charles is a junior at Redwood. Swimming in lane 4, Andrew Fazzackerly is a sophomore, San Rafael High, also at San Rafael. Lane 5, Cooper Burdick is a senior. Swimming in lane 7, Ethan Hatch, junior, Novato High. Lane 8, Magnus Hodge, freshman, Novato High. And in lane 9, Stephen Terry is a junior at TAM. We have 4 more heats of the men's 100 free. Then we'll be moving on to the 500s, men and women, and I'm going to be handing over the microphone. Heat 7 on the blocks. In the water, lane 1, Finn Siri, San Rafael High. Michael Razavi, lane 2 for Redwood. San Marin's Nicholas De Pasqua is in lane 3. Gunnar Koenig from AW is in lane 4. In lane 5, Carter Albee, sophomore, Tam High. San Marin's John Brawley is in lane 6. For Redwood, in lane 7, Aiden Squires. Alex Razavi is in lane 8 for Redwood. And Tam High's Ty Montafian is in lane 9. This is heat number 8 in the water. Lane 1, Benny Park, Novato High School. In 2, Finn O'Neill, San Rafael High. Lane 3, Nathan O'Halloran for Novato. Lane 4, Cameron Arianpour from Branson. Micah Scher from Archie Williams is in lane 5. Tor Aun is in lane 6, and I apologize, Tor, because I don't really know about your last name. I wish you would come tell me. Redwood High School. Gabriel Herner in lane 7 for Tam High. Travis Hughes is in lane 8 for Redwood. And Santiago Jimenez is in lane 9. Well, scheduled in lane 9 anyway. Not here right now, San Rafael High. We have 2 remaining heats. And then I'm going to turn it over to Chris Damson, father of Amelia Damson, who I believe is a junior at Tam High? Sophomore. Oh, you got 2 more years. You're lucky. And an 8th grader coming in. I have an 8th grader at home, too, who doesn't swim, but I am going to be saying goodbye to this microphone today. Maybe you can have it.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Heat number 9. Full slate, 9 swimmers. Lane 1, Lucas Silva, Archie Williams. In lane 2, Rodrigo Diaz from Branson. Tam High School's Ty Fong is in lane 3. Lane 4, Hudson Wunderlich from MC. Nikki Glenn in lane 5, who slated to win this event. Sam Reinhart in lane 6 from Novato High. Nikos Strategos in lane 7, also Novato High. Haken Lacey swims in lane 8 for Archie. And in lane 9, Cameron Crowley, Tam High. Nick Glenn is one of the swimmers who's been at one of these MCAL meets before. But as I said earlier today, because it's been a 3-year gap, we have not had, there are swimmers here who have never done this. This is sort of, the season is dedicated to a taper, and they don't get to do it. And what is Mr. Glenn going to do? A 48.07. That's a best time. Congratulations, Nick. He's looking at North Coast sections and Far Westerns for sure. Very exciting. Proud to have him on our team. Oh, we get to go to page 9 now, Chris. We're moving right along. One more heat. Oh, they dive and they're halfway. Lane 1, Maxwell Ghana, AW. Lane 2 is Nate Johnson for Branson. Finnegan Clarkson is in lane 3 for Tam. Jake Dixon, lane 4, AW, also a very fast swimmer. Gavin Green is in lane 5 for Redwood. Vincent Krilanovich in lane 6, AW. Thomas Hamill in lane 7, MC. Frankie Fratellizio is in lane 8 for AW, and another MC swimmer in lane 9, Brendan Cassidy. Again, Jake Dixon about to finish. He's headed off to Army to play water polo. He is a large young man. Muscles his way through, and 47.67. I believe that might be a little even faster than that last heat winner. Yeah, tomorrow should be pretty exciting, and that's the best time for Jake Dixon, too. I think Jake Dixon and Nikki Glenn have been swimming neck and neck for many, many years. Okay, the women's 500 is up next. I think I'm going to say goodbye. It's been an honor to have gotten TamTV started with, I think, our first broadcasts were swim meets in 2020. We were the first sport to come online, and it was super fun to do it. But now you get to meet Chris Damson. Here we go. You got a lot of time to talk about these gals in the water.
All right, I'm excited. Is that you being facetious? I need a pen, yes. Oh. All right. You sure? Not the clipboard. All right, we are on to event number 15, the women's senior 500-yard free. We have in lane 2, Chelsea Reyes from Novato. Lane 3, we have Nola Palestrant from Tamalpais, or Tam High, of course. Sydney Mosley in lane 4 from Redwood. Estelle Engler-Kirchen from San Rafael. Lane 5. Lane 6, Kate Logan, sophomore from Archie Williams High. Let's see, lane 7, Abigail Brooks, senior from Tam. Lane 8, Violet Burrell, sophomore from Marin Academy. And rounding out the first heat is Mateo Diaz, junior from San Rafael. This is 500 yards, folks, so we've got a few laps to go here. Okay, folks, for all you swim aficionados out there and mathematicians, 500 yards is how many laps? Winner, winner, chicken dinner. 20. These girls are crushing it. Let's cheer them on. have to say, Friday afternoon, it's beautiful out, great weather, tons of swimmers out here, parents, family, friends, everyone. Couldn't beat it. Welcome back. Oh, that's it. Okay. All right, we are coming in for the final laps here. We've got in, let's see, lane 3. No, I'm sorry, that's lane. All right, here we go. All right, Vastil brought it home in a time of 5:29.26, which is the best time. So congrats to her. Second place was lane 4, Sydney Mosley. And third place was lane 5, Vastil. All right, the final swimmers are finishing up here strong. Great to see. We're going to have the second heat coming up here momentarily out of 3. All right, cheering on our final swimmer here, Mateo Diaz from San Rafael. Finishing really strong. It's awesome to see. All right, here we go. Heat 2 out of 3. The crowd is going bananas. Ah. Okay, here we go, heat 2. All right, lane 2, we have Helly McClellan from Redwood. Lane 3, Grain May, senior from TAM. Lane 4, Tessa Garvey Miller, freshman from Novato. Lane 5, Audrey Hemsworth, junior from Marin Academy. Lane 6, Lucille Johnson, senior from TAM. I believe she's going to UCLA next year. That's cool. Go Bruins. Let's see, lane 7, Julia Owens, a freshman from, what is SAMA? SAMA. Grania, sorry. Grania, if you're listening to this later on, sorry. Your coach just corrected me. All right. Julie Owens. All right. Yes. You're really? Well, you're live. Actually, we're not live. We're recording. Okay. There you go. All right. So lane 7, we have Julie Owens, freshman from San Marin. Lane 8, Tess Waddy, sophomore from Terra Linda. And last but not least, Ann Strivers Peters Kui from San Marin. And I apologize in advance, throughout, and after if I'm butchering everybody's name. All right, that's the final bill, or the final lap. And lane 6. Is that lane 7? I guess that's lane 7. All right, there we go. Okay, Audrey came in strong for Marin Academy, and followed by Lucille Johnson in second place. And coming in third is going to be Grania. I got it, Grania. All right, we got Haley McCullen coming in at just her best, right around her best time there. Okay, on to the final heat, 3 of 3, again of the women's 500-yard free here at MCAL's. Hang on to your horses, folks. All right. Lane 1, we have Genesis Orellana from Branson. Lane 2, Ava Layal, senior from San Marin. Lane 3, Mia Kelly, freshman from Redwood. Lane 4, Taylor Berkey, junior from Archie Williams. Lane 5, Maya French, senior from San Marin. Lane 6, Loretta Hovey, sophomore from Archie Williams. Lane 7, Hannah Nicholas, that's a sophomore from Novato. Lane 8, Abigail Marchiniak, junior from TAM. And lane 9, Natalie Lawler, freshman from Redwood. Everyone's off to a great start. We'll come back in about 2 minutes here. You're on TamTV. Alyssa, right? Okay. All right. Hold on. So we're going to ask Alyssa what she thinks. How's the meet going so far?
It's going incredibly smoothly, I think. Lots and lots of fast times, lots and lots of best times. And I think it's surprising even the kids out there.
Good. That's great. Thank you. By the way, where are the divers? Where are they?
They were yesterday.
Oh, okay.
And they did very well.
Good. Cool. All right. Thank you. Trying to mix it up here. Get a little. All right. Where are we at here? Oh, we're coming on. Lap 17. Got a tight race here. Everyone's bunched pretty well after that many laps. Final lap. Here we go. Lane 7, Hannah from Novato. Only a sophomore, too. That's really impressive. In first, we've got in lane 5, Maya French, senior from San Marin. I think we're going to get some best times. All right, she comes in at 5:12.56. A little off her best time, but by about 4 seconds still. Very impressive. All right, coming in lane 7, second place, Hannah from Novato. And lane 3, Maya Kelly. I'm sorry, that was lane 4, Taylor Berkey. Okay, Abigail's making the final turn here. Smooth stroke. Natalie Lawler from Redwood finishing up, final lap. Lane 1, we've got Genesis from Branson. All right, finishing up here. Well done, Genesis. Okay, that's it for the girls. We're on to the men's now. 500-yard free. This is heat 1 of 2. All right, here we go. Lane 2, Wyatt Donaldson, freshman from TAM. Lane 3, Leo Manwaring Moeller, junior from Terra Linda. Lane 4, Andrew Sternfels, freshman from TAM. Lane 5, Dante Scarzella, senior from Novato. Lane 6, Cole Stanford, junior from TAM. Lane 7, Nathan O'Halloran, sorry if I messed that up, senior from Novato. And then Charles Scott, lane 8, freshman from Redwood. And everyone's off to a strong start. Right now we got Cole in the lead here after a few laps. We'll see how things progress. Looks like this might be between Cole and Dante, and perhaps Andrew Sternfels, who we know is a fighter, who's going to be swimming his hardest. best times. Dante Scarzella came in at 5:17. Let's see, lap 7. Owen Pritchard, 5:22.75. And lane 3. All right, that's it. Sorry, I couldn't get everyone's scores there, or times. Oops. All right, heat 2, we're off. Men's 500-yard free. Okay, lane 1, we have Sawyer Goldberg, freshman from Redwood. Lane 3, Sean Bigelow, senior from TAM. Lane 4, Jacob Carrera, freshman from Archie Williams. Lane 5, Nick Scruton, junior from Redwood. Lane 6, Soren Jessen, freshman from Terra Linda. Lane 7, Owen Pritchard, freshman from Redwood. Lane 8, Ari Blocker, freshman from TAM. And finally, lane 9, Alvin Liang, freshman from Novato. This is definitely the heat of freshmen here. And we're back on lap 13 here. Nick Scruton leading the way, our junior from Redwood. Let's see where he comes in at with his time. Cole Stanford threw it down a 4:59, sub 5 minute. That's impressive. Took 13, how many seconds off did he take? 14 seconds off his best time, over 14 seconds. That's impressive. Same with Andrew Stormfield, about 14 seconds off his best time. Future is bright for the distance swimmers from TAM. All right, final lap here. Soren Jessen, freshman from from Terra Linda, coming in. One more lap. All right. Nick Scruton's finishing up here. Let's see where he ends. All right, 4:47.10. Solid. Took off 6 seconds. And we got a bunch of best times today. That's great to see. Lane 6, Soren Jessen, best time. Let's see. At 5:11.27, so knocked off a couple seconds. And third place was lane 4, Jacob Carrera, 5:12, so it took off 6 seconds. So a lot of best times. Great to see. All right, we are moving on to the women's 100-yard back. My favorite stroke. We've got 5 heats. In the first heat, we've got Catherine Stoffer, junior from TAM, in lane 4. Lane 5, we're going to have McKenna Baldwin, senior from Novato, and lane 6, Eloise Capel, a junior from Novato. All right, we got a little bit of a delay here. We got 4 swimmers now, actually, instead of 3. Lane 3, we have Zoe Trainer, I think. Lane 4, again, Catherine Stoffer. Zoe's from a senior at TAM, by the way. Catherine Stoffer, junior at TAM. McKenna Baldwin, senior at Novato. And lane 6, Eloise Capel, junior from Novato. Again, this is the 100-yard back. Looking strong here. We have Catherine Stoffer in lane 4 coming in. See how she doesn't actually posted a time, but she's 1:10.82. Her coach is fired up. And coming in second is Zoe Trainer. I don't have a time for her, unfortunately. And lane 5, McKenna Baldwin. Lane 6, Eloise Capel. Great job, ladies. All right, heat 2 out of 5, women's 100-yard back. Lane 2, Claire Lawson, freshman from TAM. Lane 3, Kaylee Weston, sophomore from San Marin. Lane 4, Keely Everidge, freshman at TAM. Lane 5, Haley McClellan, sophomore from Redwood. Elsa Fong in lane 6, freshman from TAM. Lane 7, Mariel Moore, senior from TAM. Lane 8, Kylie Tatarski, junior at TAM. And lane 9, Kaylee Sullivan, freshman from Archie Williams. All right. Finishing up heat 2 there, that was Elsa Fong coming in with a 1:13, 4 seconds off her best time. All right, we're now on to heat 3 of 5. Lane 1, Chloe Philippart, sophomore from Redwood. Lane 2, Stella Chico, junior from Redwood. Lane 3, Kate Logan, sophomore from Archie Williams. Lane 4, Danielle Padillo, junior from San Marin. Lane 5, Amelia Loicono, sophomore from Redwood. Lane 6, Claire Cassidy, sophomore from Marin Academy. Lane 7, Ellie Diaz, junior from San Rafael. Lane 8, Libby Hughes, senior from Redwood. And lane 9, Brittany Thompson, junior from San Marin. And we've got in lane, lane 5, Amelia Locano coming in strong. I think she's going to get a PR here. Yes, indeed, at 1:02.75. Very strong. Well done. Second place goes to lane 7. That's Ellie Diaz. And we are on to the next heat. All right, heat 4 out of 5. Women's 100-yard back. All right. Lane 1, Haley Brown, freshman from Terra Linda. Lane 2, Sarah Delgado, freshman from Novato. Lane 3, Eleanor Octavio, junior from TAM. Lane 4, Maeve McCauley, sophomore from Branson. Lane 5, Addison Everidge, freshman from TAM. Lane 6, Kira Rodriguez, junior from Terra Linda. Lane 7, Kate DeForest, sophomore from Redwood. Lane 8, Jada Swan, junior from Terra Linda. And lane 9, Violet Burrell, sophomore from Marin Academy. And Addison Everidge is just crushing it right now, ahead of everybody else by like half a lap. Impressive. Let's see where she comes in. Okay, at a minute 22. That's the best time for her. Very impressive. She's going to give Kaylee McIntyre a run for her money in Heat 5, who's, by the way, a senior. So got a little freshman-senior matchup tomorrow on Saturday for the finals. Great swim, girls. All right, we're moving on to Heat 5. I apologize. I'm not getting the times of every swimmer. Things move quickly here, and this is my first time. So lots of love to everybody, and appreciate that, your patience. All right, Heat 5 of 5. Some more fast swimmers here. Ready to go. Okay, lane 1, Anna Harrell, junior from TAM. Lane 2, Grace Whitty, junior from TAM. Lane 3, Sydney Heller, senior from Terra Linda. Lane 4, Haley Moll, junior from TAM. Lane 5, Kaylee McIntyre, senior from Novato. Lane 6, Nina Lawson, senior from TAM. Lane 7, Adeline Tuner, junior from Redwood. Lane 8, Gracie Thelen, sophomore from Novato. And lane 9, Sarani Puri, sophomore from Redwood. This should be a tight race. And we've got in lane 5, Kaylee McIntyre leading the pack here. Second place, we've got Grace Whitty. Third place, looks like from Redwood, Adeline Turner. And coming in at 1:00:08, just 2/100ths of a second off, is Kaylee McIntyre. All right, and 2nd place was lane 7. That was Adeline Turner, and a 1:02, another best time, and then a 1:06 for maybe Grace Whitty. All right. Moving on now, men's 100-yard back. This is event number 20. Event number 20. All right, got lane 2, Cooper Burdick, senior from San Rafael. Lane 3, Callum McCain, sophomore from TAM. Lane 4, Fargar Basati, senior from TAM. Lane 5, Brett Brewer, junior from Novato. Lane 6, Brady Long, junior from Archie Williams. Lane 7, Joshua Goldstein, senior from TAM. Lane 8, Zach Holzer, senior from Marin Academy. And lane 9, Michael Griffin, senior from Novato. Brett Brewer's leading the pack here, junior from Novato. As we're finishing up on his last lap. And right behind him is Fargar Basati. And I'm guessing they're going to have a couple best times here. Yes, indeed. 56:14, and Fargo had a 57:61, 4 seconds off his best time. Impressive. All right, moving on to Heat 2. Out of 3. Again, men's 100-yard back, event number 20. Heat number 2 of 3. And we are off. Lane 2, Benny Park, sophomore from Novato. Lane 3, Nicolas De Pasqua, sophomore from San Marin. Lane 4, Jackson Stewart, senior from TAM. Lane 5, Max Matthews, junior from Redwood. Lane 6, Ezra Portillo, sophomore from Novato. Lane 7, Nate Johnson, freshman at Branson. Lane 8, Jackson Conway, sophomore from Terra Linda. And lane 9, Connor Dre, sophomore at Terra Linda. And we've got Max Matthews leading the pack here, followed by Ezra Portillo, lanes 5 and 6. Max, I think, is going to get the best time. Where is it? 58:51. That's not right. They didn't post Max's time. That's unfortunate. But lane 6, Ezra got a 58:51, so he knocked off almost a second off his best time. All right, we're going to move on to the final heat here. 3 of 3. Again, men's 100-yard back, event number 20. Up next after this is the women's 100-yard breast. Okay, lane 2, Jack Alvarado, freshman from Novato. Lane 3, Lucas Nauer, freshman from Redwood. Lane 4, Riley Conkin, senior from TAM. Lane 5, Mari Gatner, junior from TAM. Lane 6, Colin Eilerman, junior from San Marin. Lane 7, Noah Nicola, sophomore from Novato. Lane 8, Connor Cochran, sophomore from Marin Academy. And lane 9, Jackson Berry, junior from San Marin. And we got lane 5, Mare, looking like he's going for a Sunday swim, but yet going so fast. His time under the water is amazing off those turns. And he's coming in, going to be a little bit off his best time, but I'm sure he's saving up for tomorrow. Coming in at a 53.33. Second place is lane 6, Colin Eilerman at 56.08. And lane 4, Riley Conklin, good swim there at 56.30. Knocked off 4 seconds. Great swim, gentlemen. Jeez. All right, this is event number 21, women's 100-yard breast. 5 heats. Okay, lane 3, Paranaz Sotude Zaniani. Again, Paranaz Sotude Zaniani. Lane 4, Manisha Murthy, a junior from Novato. And again, Paranaz is a freshman at San Marin. Lane 5, Saab Kilroy, freshman at Branson. Lane 6, Tara Sridharan, freshman at Branson. Lane 7, Noah Osler, freshman at Branson. And lane 8, Kaya Hayes, freshman at Branson. All right, finishing up the first 50 here. We got the back half coming. Sun's going down here. May have to take off the shades. A lot of the swimmers are relaxing on the far end of the pool. The sun's keeping them warm over there, but on this event lanes, it's shadows. Coach Candace has the coolest sunglasses, very chic, yep. I'm gonna have to get me a pair of those. So Coach Candace, have you had such a strong group of freshman swimmers before? You gotta. Yeah, good. Future looks bright. Okay, coming in, we've got lane 6, Tara in first place. Lane 4, Manisha is second place. And lane 8, Kaya in third place. I'm just going by first names now after I announce their names the first time. All right, and we've got heat number 2 of 5 coming up right now. Okay, lane 1, Sonia Fish, senior at Novato. Lane 2, Scarlett Aikida, freshman from San Marin. Lane 3, Hannah Toms, a freshman from San Marin. Lane 4, Jordan Maris, freshman from Redwood. Lane 5, Natalie Lawler, freshman from Redwood. Lane 6, Sarah Pledger, sophomore from San Rafael. Lane 7, Hannah Ritola, sophomore from Redwood. Lane 8, Madison Herrero, sophomore from Redwood. And lane 9, Olivia Hatch, freshman from San Marin. Okay, here we come. And in lane 6, Sarah Pledger from Santa Fe is finishing really strong. Great time, just crushed her best time by 7 seconds. Exciting to see. These girls are stepping up big time, so are the boys. Second place went to lane 5, that's Natalie, only a freshman. And then third place, lane 3, Hannah Toms from San Marin, also a freshman. Lots of freshmen in that heat. Moving on to heat number 3 of 5. Again, this is event number 21, women's 100-yard breast. And we are off, folks. Lane 1, Charlotte Cripwell, sophomore from Redwood. Lane 2, Annie Goldstein, senior from Redwood. Lane 3, Delaney Fair, sophomore from Archie Williams. Lane 4, Bella Kyriakis, junior from Marin Catholic. What am I saying, Marin Academy? Marin Catholic. Lane 5, Isabella Ulhorn Thornton, or UT, senior from TAM. Lane 6, Chloe Firmage, sophomore from TAM. Lane 7, Alyssa Zhao, junior from Marin Catholic. Lane 8, Ashley Fine, junior from Archie Williams. And then lane 9, Isabella Babb, freshman from Redwood. Apologies, I was calling out Marin Academy when it was Marin Catholic, my bad. And we've got a tight race here. And lane 5, sorry. Isabella just came in at 1:08.24, just a little bit off her best time. Probably saving it for tomorrow. Second place, lane 6, Chloe, and lane 7, third place was Elisa from Marin Catholic. Good swim, everybody. All right, we're moving on to heat 4 of 5. We are almost finishing up here for the night. I think we're going to be done by 7 o'clock or so. Everyone get home in time for dinner. Heat 4 of 5, again, event number 21, women's 100-yard breast. And shout out to Elena Sharp from Archie Williams with the patriotic red, white, and blue swimsuit on. And we're off here. So let's see. Catherine McPhail, lane 1, sophomore out of Terra Linda. Lane 2, Ariana Chitzaz, senior from TAM. Lane 3, Beatrice Hayes, freshman from Novato. Lane 4, Nadine Ruse, sophomore from TAM. Lane 5, Elena Sharp, sophomore from Archie Williams. Lane 6, Rosie Lucchesi, junior from Terra Linda. Lane 7, Anna Kilgore, freshman from Redwood. Lane 8, Mahala Peter Frank, sophomore from Archie Williams. And lane 9, Sawyer Barta, shout out to Sawyer, sophomore from Redwood. Go Scott Valley. All right, we've got Elena Sharp leading the way here. Coming in at 1:06.85, best time for her. Lane 6 was second place. That's Rosie Lucchesi. And third place was lane 4, Nadine. Great swim, Nadine. Took off over a second on her best time. All right, we're moving on to the final heat of 5 of 5, event 21, women's 100-yard breast. Okay, heat 1, Nev Thompson, sophomore from Archie Williams. Heat 2, Rebecca Jansen, senior from Novato. Heat 3, Lori Gonzalez-Tacun, senior from TAM. Lane 4, Ella Braitz, senior from Santa Fe. Lane 5, Mia Solomon, junior from Redwood. Lane 6, Holly Tarantino, junior from Marin Catholic. Lane 7, Annette Zavala, senior from Novato. Lane 8, Mirabelle Orlander, freshman from Branson. And lane 9, Jane Tananaeva, senior from Archie Williams. And folks, don't forget, tomorrow is the finals from 2 to roughly 5 o'clock here at Tamalpais High Swim Center, or Aquatic Center, I should say. It's swimming, water polo, diving here. Diving was yesterday, by the way. And by the way, we're coming in with a hot finish here between Mia and Holly. Let's see who's going to pull it out, and it looks like it's going to be Mia from Redwood and Holly from Marin Catholic. 1-2 punch there. Holly got a best time. Maria was just off hers. Great swim by the girls, and we're going to move on now to the last heat of the day and evening. That is number 22, the men's 100-yard breast. And we've got 5 heats to go on this. We've got 4 swimmers in the first heat, and then it ramps up with 9 in heat 2, 3, and 4. And we are off. Heat 1, we have Caleb Core, junior from San Marin. Heat 5, Cone Rivera, freshman from Terra Linda. Lane 5, Cone Rivera. Lane 6, Jake McCall, freshman from San Rafael. And lane 7, Bobby Cedar, freshman from San Rafael. Everyone's off to a great start here. Beautiful evening. The water is placid, no wind, or maybe a little hint of a wind, but the flags are just touching a little bit here and there. Oh, somebody lost their glasses. That's no fun. A goggle mustache going there. All right. Finishing up the first. Oh, actually, I guess we are done here. My apologies. First place comes in lane 4. That was Caleb. Second place, lane 2, or lane 6, I'm sorry, Jack. And then Bobby Cedar came in third place. All right, moving on to heat 2 of 4. This is the men's event number 22, men's 100-yard breast, and we are off. Lane 1, Vladislav Volkov Pustovov, sophomore from Terra Linda. Lane 2, Colin Bender, freshman from Terra Linda. Lane 3, Bryce Mason, senior from TAM. Lane 4, Robert Plachik, perhaps, junior from Redwood. Lane 5, Nicholas Arenduk, freshman from Terra Linda. Lane 6, Frederick Goldstein, junior from TAM. Lane 7, Alec Chu, freshman from Novato. Lane 8, Christian Ongwon Sakul, junior from San Marin. And lane 9, Russell Davis, junior from Terra Linda. And they are flying here, coming in hot. We've got in lane 4, Robert Plachik, and right behind him, Freddie Goldstein. Sorry, Nicholas Arenduk, and then Freddie Goldstein. And lane 4 was Robert Plachik. So first place goes to Nicholas, who's only a freshman, by the way. Second place to Frederick, or Freddie, and then lane 4 was third place. That was Robert. All right, moving on to heat number 3. Men's 100-yard breast, event 22. We have 2 heats left for the evening. And we are off. Isaac Garcia Velasquez, junior from Novato in lane 1. Lane 2 is Jasper Hodge, senior from Terra Linda. Lane 4, Dean Gustafson, sophomore from TAM. Lane 4, Rex Franis, freshman from Novato. Lane 5, Sean Padillo, senior from San Marin. Lane 6, Cooper Thelen, senior from Novato. Lane 7, Henry Manning, freshman from Archie Williams. Lane 8, Max Otsuki, sophomore from Terra Linda. And lane 9, Owen Bordages, senior from TAM. And we've got, let's see, lane 6, Cooper Thelen coming in really strong. He's going to get a best time. Outstanding time. 101.09, followed by his teammate. 10, let's see here. Second place, sorry, was lane 5. That was Gavin Green. And let's see, third place was lane 4, Hayden from San Marin. Sorry, lane 4 was Rex Franis from Novato. I messed that up, my bad.
This is the last one.
Yep, last heat, 4 of 4, last heat of the evening. This is, again, event number 22, the men's 100-yard breast. And in lane 1, we have Colin Judson, freshman from Redwood. Lane 2, Joseph Ferrara, senior from Terra Linda. Lane 3, Marco Asiano, senior from Redwood. Lane 4, Hayden Cordero, junior from San Marin. Lane 5, Gavin Green, senior from Redwood. Lane 6, Nicholas Lefave, senior from Archie Williams. Lane 7, Garrett Goldberg, senior at Marin Academy. Lane 8, Gino McDonald, sophomore from TAM. And lane 9, John Brawley, junior from San Marin. And a shout out to all you senior ladies and gentlemen that are swimming and maybe didn't qualify for the finals, and these might be your last races of high school. Hope you had your amazing experiences, a fruitful time, met some new friends, and best of luck carrying forward into after high school. Cheers. All right, coming in, first place, lane 5, Gavin Green, in a best time of 1 minute 59, or 1 minute .59, I should say. Lane 7 came in at second place. That was Garrett Goldberg. And in third place was lane 6, Nicholas from Archie Williams. All right, we're going to sign off tonight, everybody. Have a great Friday evening. Be well, be safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.